Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Fuck Ben Simmons, Michael.
Well, yeah. I don't know if you saw. I mean, of course it's funny. I mean, the dude's just ridiculous. But after he got kicked out of practice, he went straight to the strip club. I just think
I did. That's awesome. Good for.
Okay, well, you really just don't give a shit. So that's cool. Guess what, buddy? I mean, this is kind of a hard truth. No one's going to want to trade for your ass if you're fucking doing this shit. So, like, you want to go to the Warriors? Why the fuck would a team that good want your stupid ass?
Well, here's the deal, too. No one wants to trade for him anyway. Because
especially not now.
Especially not now. Even if he came in and was shooting jumpers and whatever else, it's still different than what Harden did last year. Harden was a well-known MVP commodity. Yeah, Ben Simmons is resting on his laurels of being a point guard in the All-Star game for the fucking Eastern Conference that doesn't have a goddamn point guard that's worth a fuck. So I don't understand why he thinks he's God. Fuck him. The Joel Embiid comments today were the best. Excuse me, as I burp.
He's been they've been pretty good. He's been good, and he's been right about everything he's saying too. It's refreshing because it's like, yeah, dude, we got rid of Jimmy Butts, who's killing it because of your stupid ass. So, you know what? Embiid and Butts, those are boys too, right? So I mean,
yeah. Well, and that's really the whole problem here. Like, Embiid is 2 years away from himself asking out because his prime is going to be fucking wasted by this 6'10" bullshit Aussie who is a better handball player than a fucking basketball player.
Handball.
So handball too. I mean, he really should be playing handball in the fucking Olympics. Like, that's more of a niche sport for him.
It'd be amazing to see a big guy playing handball. There are people who that big player. That'd be fucking kill it. Just tower everybody.
I mean, look at Giannis. Giannis so far this preseason, now granted, I know it's different than actual regular season NBA, has been shooting jumpers and hitting jumpers. So that guy is now unguardable. He's unguardable if he starts hitting J's. And that's what Ben Simmons could be. If Ben Simmons wanted to not be,
he's got to work on it. I mean, all these great players, they work on it. That's right. LeBron worked his game to get that jumper going, and I mean, you could say whatever you want about Giannis, but man, that dude, hit free throws in the clutch. He would shoot the ball, take the ball. I mean, I don't know. It was very incredible. Just that whole thing. I'm sure everybody, this is not turning into a basketball podcast, but everybody at least here has heard what happened last year in the playoffs. I mean, it was incredible. I mean, it was the dunk that didn't happen around the world. I mean, it was unbelievable. They played a 7-game series, and he took 0 shots in the fourth quarter of all 7 games.
He became the butt of everybody's joke in every single pop culture award show, whatever it may be. Not even just the ESPYs. Yeah. It was everyone. Even to the point where getting back to football, here's a nice little transition. Even to the point where Annie Agar, who I send you her video every week, the weekly recap of the NFL meeting, she's taking shots at it. She's done it 2 of the 6 weeks so far in this NFL season. It's
all terrible optics. I mean, dude, you did it to yourself. Like, I mean, you did. If you would have went out there and shot like 0 for 5, people would have been better at least. They're like, he just had a slump, whatever. At least he tried. But anyway, I mean, it's just, and then he couldn't man up and say anything. The sources kept leaking information on this year, but
bullshit.
He's a bum. He should be playing for the Jaguars, who did win this week, for if anybody's really paying attention, in London. Cheerio, London.
Yeah.
Home game.
Wait, that was German. What did I do?
I don't know what you did. You're an expat, German in London. It's a thing. People do that. They travel. Though it's harder now with Brexit, but you got Yeah, but to football action. I mean, this was a crazy week. I think now after this week, there are 5 teams tied at 3-3. So I mean, this is just logjam city. We're looking for some fun action. There are no more undefeateds. Still one defeated. So that's happening. That's the watch we're on right now. It's 6 weeks down, 8 to go. You never know. But yeah, crazy. And I would be, probably shocked if I didn't mention this too, that there are no more undefeateds in Vampire as well, with the same person taking down both undefeateds in both leagues. So how about that? Who would have thunk it? But yes, and then also, I heard a nice, we'll do a shout out to Grant, the former undefeated, who humble bragged today. He's like, yeah, I was 15-0 in all my leagues. I guess I had to lose one. Dick.
Wow. You know what, Grant? I hope you lose out now. If you're going to brag that shit 15-0, fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, just not cool, man.
Not to mention that, you know what really irritates me about that is that your wife's been running her mouth all weekend long. And she loses or she beats the guy that was just running his mouth. Oh, I have 15-0. I guess I had to lose it sometime. What is with this cocky shit? Like, every time I get cocky, I get slapped down by Karma and the Karma police and the Kirsten and everybody else. Why am I not allowed to talk shit like everybody else and succeed? I had to be humble up until the moment of the final snap on Sunday night, hoping to God that Rachel somehow didn't end up with a 90-point, outing.
Yeah, maybe put on a blonde wig or something. I don't know. Maybe that'll work. I have no idea. Start watching Lover to Listed a lot. Just mainline 90 Day Fiance into your veins. I mean, it clearly can't hurt, I guess.
I mean, you're really outing Grant right now with the shows.
Well, Grant's a complicated guy. He'll act like he wants, he watches superhero stuff, but I know he's also watching major TLC stuff. He was the only reason that Toddlers and Tiara stayed on the air for as long as it did.
Whoa.
But,
that's now you're bordering on the Chris Hansen territory.
Well, I didn't say it that way. You said that. Like pageants. I didn't say that. No. He just liked kids being exploited by their parents for money. I mean,
okay. Even better.
Now it's YouTube videos. It used to be pageants. Now it's YouTube videos. Anywho, we'll just jump right into this because, there was actually, one really good matchup of the week. One sort of exciting, but didn't really end up exciting in the end. Matchup of the week. I have actually a fun tidbit that I will get to when we get to it as well. So this was my terrible, horrible fucking game. The only thing I will say is I feel terrible. I lost the fucking Wild twice this week, and it really there are too many bridges in this area that I live in for that to happen. But yeah,
put them all in lockdown. Put them all in lockdown.
There's just too many. All I can say though is at least I'm glad if my team was going to suck, they all fucking got it out at once. This is garbage. They were all garbage, except for the Rams defense and Bobby Wagner. And yeah, this was my team right here. Carried me. Fucking kicker, defense, and linebacker. Without them, I don't know where I'd be. And then, I don't know. I'm not going to sanction, but this was definitely not a fucking strategic move. This was just an accident that worked out. That's all I say about that bullshit.
There's a tester out there to find out if this motherfucker's paying attention or not. I offered him a trade this morning that I think is good. Ooh. If knowing him, he'll probably flat out reject it, but I haven't gotten a notification one way or the other yet. And it's something that will clearly help both teams for Bipocalypse, which we'll get more to tomorrow. But
Bipocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm curious to see what that is. Now you got me intrigued. Anywho, we both, picked smartly, but it didn't work out. Tim picked Lauer to win, that rat bastard. Predictions wise, predictions were at least part of this week. I thought that my boy Jacoby would not suck ass against Dallas, which it was a high scoring game, but he just, disappeared.
Mike, you've got to be pissed at the refs. The refs called him. They blew a call, and he had his first touchdown. Yeah, I mean, it would have given you up to 103. You would have broken triple digits. But
that made me feel better, I guess. But I know. Oh well. I mean, fuck the refs anyway. They suck. Period. You, my friend, decided to say that this would be the lowest scoring WNBA of the week, and well, it didn't quite get there, but it was looking close for a while. And then A-Rob would actually score, and he didn't. And then Tim said that Sutton would have 100 yards and 2 TDs, and actually was relatively close on this one, but no cigar, Tim. You did not get it right. So fuck you.
Fail.
Anyway, now we go into this fucker of a matchup here. My so amazing wife and former undefeated player in Grant. This is just a fucking runaway blowout right off the bat. Pretty crazy, you think I have to check, but obviously this is definitely the biggest point differential week to week I think we've ever seen, because I think it was around 80 last week and now it's 180. That's more than 3 teams scored this week alone. So yeah, nuts. But yeah, as we had to say, she defeated both undefeated teams this week. How amazing. Oh boy, was that so exciting.
Whatever. She ran into me in Vampire when I had a bunch of guys on bye. So I'm not, and next week's going to be even worse than Vampire for me. I'm going to lose 2 in a row. But just because I don't want to toss anybody out to the waiver wire and come and pick them up. But she really needs to thank you first and foremost, because you are the Jenny MacArthur here. Let's be honest.
I will, in all fairness, say that my only, our discussions were building her bench. So I didn't do any of this fucking shit. But Darrell Williams, she did it all on her own, which I'm honestly amazed that nobody fucking picked him up. Because she did not pick him up the first day of waivers. It was the second day for like a couple bucks. No one else bid on him. I was truly shocked.
I know. I wanted to, but if I would have known that Damian Williams was going to go on COVID IR,
he got COVID.
I would have done it. He would have been my pickup.
But even if though, I know some teams that sure didn't really need it and didn't make the play, but there were definitely some fucking teams that should have easily and definitely made this play. But whatever. But anyway, she did that on her own. Like Thielen showing up for one, Fant showing up for one, Knox, who broke his hand, I think. So well there. But yeah, it was just a crushing. Landry, I think this was the guy she accidentally picked up, fucking had an amazing game, of course. I'm not really sure how that one happened. I told her to build on her. A bench fucking killed it too, which is
yeah. T.Y. Houston showed up again too. Every time
picking it up at the last fucking second, picking him back up, and
every time he plays the Texans, he goes off.
Yeah, just enough. Chris Kirk showing up. But yeah, Grant's team finally hits a falter. Josh Allen still killing it. Zeke getting all the points, but Tony was just a big waste of money on that one. And then he got hurt too as well, so that's not great. Mike Williams, that game for fucking the Chargers. I don't really know what the hell happened out of that, because that should have been a blowout, explosive city, but I don't know what the hell they did.
It was just a clunker. Just a clunker.
Same with Kadarius next week too.
Yeah, same with Kadarius Toney. That he only played the first drive. 3 for 3, 36 yards. If he didn't, he caught a ball, made a turn to go do one of those, like catch and spin type things, and kind of landed on it weird, and his ankle just gave out. And who knows how long he's going to be out? But man, it feels like my bad luck has shifted here to another team, maybe.
Yeah. Were you trying to blitz it?
I might be trying to blitz.
Oh man, I don't know.
Oh man,
I would have done it. But yeah, she picked all these guys. Fucking Captain Kirk coming back out of nowhere too, and Jones. Everybody just showed up at the right time to give this week. My fun fact is that yesterday, when I looked at this, she had 188.12 points was her final point total, which would have been the highest total for the season by 0.06 points, but something brought that back down to 186. So unless there's another score change,
188.12. That's about a tackle.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's about
that's a tackle or a catch that was really a rush.
Yeah, something. That's I think what it was. Maybe it was it was something right in there. It was over just over 188 and just over Cody's high score, but not there anymore unless something changes. In this one, Tim got this one right, picking Kelly, that bastard. I decided to say that Damian Harris would be the highest scoring skill player, and I don't even know where he is. Hey, he did good. He did good. I don't think I specified matchup or overall, but I mean, Zeke got either way. Zeke just got him, so almost. That was actually a surprisingly good one. You predicted this to be the closest matchup, which almost.
At one point, I thought it was still going to be too.
It was going back and forth there for a good bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then Tim said the Jags would have 100 rushing yards, which he did not. So, bummers, but, damn. I mean, Kelly's team, again, team to watch. Grant's still doing consistent work, even though this was a down week. If had a normal week for him, he probably going to lose because it's an insane score across the board. So, but the dude keeps putting in the work. Still, I think that the leader right now in the clubhouse, maybe Cody's coming in close second there, of teams being consistent and good. Anyway, let's slide to the third shithole matchup of the week. Chris Conlon beating the ever-living piss out of Tim. I don't know. Not much to say here. Shitty quarterback play. The big receiving trio did good. Parker was hurt 3 days before the game happened, so I mean, no real excuse there. But working out, we found there's a lot of people getting away with some stupid shit this week. It's not really mattering in the end. And Buffalo's defense decided not to show up. And it was just pretty shitty all around on Tim's side of the ball. No, we're looking like my roster right now. Everybody just didn't do anything. You get one good matchup, and the bench looked pretty good. But what are you gonna do? Wasn't gonna make a difference here. It could have actually. This bench is really good. Anywho, blowout city. Tim comes back to earth after his 4-game winning streak, and Colin joins the 3-3 game.
Yep,
team is all over the fucking place right now. This one, though, we both picked it right because fuck Tim.
I was so close on my bold prediction on this one. If not for trash time, I would have nailed it.
Bold prediction was that mine first was that Taylor would have 40 points. I only had 30, that bitch. You had the Darnold and Hinkey both under 12, and Sammy D just squeaking by on that one.
Trash time. One touchdown. Trash time.
Yeah, the touchdown will do it right there. That's the absolute difference. And then, Tim just he's in la la land with his quarterback picks. He had Heineke scoring 4 touchdowns. He had 1 somehow. 11 points is pretty bad. I don't think there's much. That dude, what is his ranking over? He can't.
He's terrible.
15? Wow, I'm surprised. There's a couple big weeks there in the middle. Yeah, for the most part, terrible. But
he's terrible. Well, Fitzy might be back this week too.
Yeah,
he's cleared to come back. So
everybody loves Fitzy. Everybody knows it. All right, moving on down the line, and this was our most exciting matchup technically at the week because it did come down to Monday Night Football. And going into Monday Night Football, Alex and Mariah here. Alex had a 25-point lead, I think it was 25-point lead, but he had Zach Moss against Derrick Henry and AJ Brown, and nobody else, I don't think. And he ended up losing by 25. So that was a 50-point swing in that. Yeah, really 3 players playing 50-point swing really is because Derrick Henry is, fucking God. So that dude's going to have to break down at some point, I guess, but he's not yet. So, hey, what the hell? We did discuss as we were talking last night that at the time, Alex picked the wrong running back, which he did in the end, I guess. But, shit after that point. He was doing good early, and then he disappeared as well, I guess. But, oh well.
It's definitely a backfield that I don't want to. I want no part of.
No, they don't get the looks at all in offense. But interesting here is that Kareem Hunt on the IR. Just didn't notice it right there.
He's out for several weeks. I think the target's actually 7 to 9.
Oof.
It's unfortunate.
The rest of the year, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And they were wondering too if it's not the career.
Oh, that's never good.
If it was an Achilles tear, it probably would have been his career.
Yikes. Yikes indeed. Well, these two teams both slide in the middle of that 3-3 slog. Again, I think the biggest key to describe this year so far this teams is inconsistency. Everybody can score big, and everybody can disappear too. I think Alex Lee's more consistent in the the 110s to 130s range, but fuck, anything could happen. That's what makes it exciting. Anyway, picks. Tim and I picked this one correct. Picking Mariah, you decided to bet on Alex, which unfortunately did not work out too well. And then for the things that we said were going to happen, I won this one on default, as I said that fucking Kareem Hunt would score more than 10 points than Nick Chubb. And since Nick Chubb did not play, I got just enough points out of Kareem Hunt. This is two of my three things wins so far. Actually, all three of them have been by default because somebody got hurt.
Oh man, you're like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, I kind of am. I should start doing more comparisons because they've all been comparison players too. So, pretty good. You, my friend, said that Murray and Chubb would score 60 combined points, and well,
Chubb didn't. How much did Murray get?
34. I mean, you could have got that easily with Murray's performance. Just if Chubb would have not killed himself. And Tim swung for the fences again, saying Henry would have 175 rushing yards. We thought was a little bit crazy, but he actually got a lot closer than we thought he was going to do. But no cigar.
Yeah. Look, the way that this matchup went, too, is the worst possible way this matchup could have gone for me. I got everything wrong. I got the bold prediction wrong. I got the regular pick wrong. And it prevented Mariah, or it helped Mariah get to 3-3. I would have loved to have been 2-4, neck and neck with her at this point, but nope. Nothing goes right for your boy.
Yeah, but still the consolation here is that you're one game back now, and there are 5 teams you can chase down. So you're literally one game back of 5th place. There's 4 teams outside of 3-3. So listen, I mean, shit, it's right there. It's all.
Well, I'm one game back of a 6-way tie for 5th place.
Yeah.
And then I've got to start getting points for and whatever else. Like,
there's 8 weeks to go. You're fine. You got to start one step at a time. Plenty of time to go. Plenty of time. Anywho, slide onto your clunker of a matchup, but I'm sure you liked it that way. So,
yeah, I was okay with it. Look, I didn't score horribly. I'll take the score.
No, you didn't. That's a good 150. I think it was the number 3 highest this week.
It was
150. So, yeah, hey man, you take it. You got to start climbing somewhere. You went big on Thursday night, which is always risky, but it did work. Why is that Ertz listed out? Just because
because he got traded, and technically he has to go through some sort of protocol to make it onto the team or whatever else. So
he was there. He should have ran out of the field and caught a ball. He got some extra points on that one, but yeah, man, your Thursday night worked pretty well overall, even with Evans not doing anything. And then just, man, the Rams finally showed up for you in this one. Your Rams boys, your Rammers came out big swinging, said fuck you to the Giants, which pretty much all of the Rams did, even their defense. Various average, you get some good kick in. There was a lot of good kicker action this week, a lot of good kicker points.
They get a nice little storyline next week, too, the Rams do, playing against Detroit. More for that tomorrow, but yeah.
How about that? We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but exciting. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much to say. You took care of business when you needed to. Yeah, I mean, Rachel's team is she's just I don't know where she is. It's kind of like the taco buy, except at least he was running the EBDB B&B and things like that, and getting paid $1 million from his friend Mark from Cuba. So. He's got a good excuse at least. He's high all the time. Yeah, I mean, Kyle Pitts staying in the lineup for no fucking reason. David Montgomery sitting on the bench since he's been out 3 weeks. It's been at least 3 weeks now. He's been on a fucking IR.
Yeah, he's designated to return soon, so who knows? Maybe he comes back.
Right. I mean, I think it's only 3 weeks for the IR they have to sit, I believe.
Yeah, it's a minimum of 3. So, it can be more, but.
Oh, yeah, obviously, right. Yeah, minimum 3. So, Anyway, you got a nice win yourself there, and you and I, being the smart people that we are, picked you to win. Tim was a dick, didn't do that. Projections wise, I said that DK Metcalf would score less than 8 points, which I wasn't too far off, really. I mean, you got some late work on that one, but you decided to say that Chase Edmonds would have less than 5 points.
Not quite. He's in their starting lineup.
Is he? Oh, yeah. 8 points. You're close. We're both close on that there. He went up. And then Tim said that Pittman would be a top 10 receiver. And
no.
I don't know. Tim's starting to come into, I think he's a kiss of death guy when he's not close to kiss of death guy.
I'm not even sure Pittman was a top 10 receiver in this matchup.
Well, he got Evans, so there's that at least, I guess.
Yeah, he did. That's the only guy I think he got. I mean, he
technically got Pitts as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, well,
he didn't get AJ Green. He got Rager and Galladay. All right. Well, barely.
Some guys didn't play, so we would have to check how we scored that. But either way, it was not a great pick. Not a great pick. Now we'll slide to our matchup of the week. You, sir, got a good win. You took care of business. That's all that counts. And then we go to the matchup of the week, which in the end, this didn't really, it wasn't.
It was the matchup of the week.
It was the matchup of the week by far. It was absolutely the closest. 2 high-scoring teams as well. So, really, it's just showing that the Cody's, he's having a great run, but he's just getting beat too. Just teams outscoring him. So I don't know, man. I don't know if he can sustain this level of scoring all year, or he's blowing his load, and not getting the wins to show for it. But yeah, this was just tight all around. I think the real difference is probably Fournette having an absurd Thursday night game with 6 receptions. I remember that was a pick earlier in the year. He had 6 receptions. He did this game. But yeah, it was back and forth. Cook, big, James Robinson doing good. Chuba Hubbard filling in.
Cup.
Second again. Cooper Kupp, yeah, man, big. He's just having insane years. He got to be, if he's not number 1.
He's wide receiver 1. He has to be. Yeah.
And overall 16, yeah. Or 5 in PPR. Yeah, just fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Goddamn Coop. He's just carrying him right now. Chase Jefferson doing up on the back end. Yeah, it's just exciting all around. Really, I guess we got to call difference maker. It's going to be this defensive difference, really.
Oh, right? Holcomb, yeah.
And Holcomb, too. Defense special teams just fucking killed it on this side of the ball.
Yep.
Big time. Yeah. It's big, crazy in the end. Cody's team's still good. It's a team, they're 3-3, but, I think like we say, they're should be considered one of the premier teams because he's just scoring consistently at a pretty high clip. So, whereas, D'Lo not so much, but he is 5-1. He's getting the right matchups to work out for him. I don't think he's total super high, but whatever, man. It's all about the wins in the end. Doesn't matter how good it looks. You just got to win the games at the end of the year and the beginning of the year.
Exactly.
Why on this one? Yes, go ahead.
Oh. As a little preview for tomorrow, Cody's about to go 3 straight weeks with a loss.
Ooh. Boom, boom, boom.
I got you, boy. I got you.
Anyway, so we all picked Cody to win because he scored well. I just didn't expect D'Lo's guys to score what they did. No one's expecting Fournette to score 32 or the defense to really carry him, Holcomb and the Steelers D to get all those goddamn points. Hard to predict those. Individual ones, I said that Deontay Johnson would outscore Claypool and Lockett combined. I'm going to count that up as a win because that's 9 points right there. And Deontay Johnson, 18. Now that is a real fucking pick. I get right.
Wow.
Pick it. That's a good one.
All right.
Said that Brady and Cooper Kupp would each score 30 points. Just shy on that one for Timmy, but that was a close one. Again, you had a lot of close ones this week. You were very on the edge.
I needed one more touchdown out of Brady, and that would have probably given him about
one more good play. Yeah. 34-42 for 300 yards is pretty good. Yeah, take away the pick at a touchdown. Boom, you got it.
Yep.
But he just didn't deliver because he was a dick. And Tim said that Lockett was going to be the highest scoring receiver in the matchup, which very much did not happen. suck it. He had 7 looks though, but Gino couldn't get the ball in the right time. So I'll give you a fun little anecdote about that game on Sunday. Is that I was kind of half asleep. Kelly was working on the bed, so but I was listening to everything. Was about 4 minutes left. Steelers had the ball going down the field, and the fucking power went out. I was like, oh, cool, and it went like in the whole street. Like it was like, ow. I was like, oh,
damn.
And but it was right. That happened like right before the guy from Seahawks got hurt. So like nothing happened for a while, so we didn't really miss much. But like we looked, I think it said Duquesne Light was estimated to come back at like 2 a.m. I was like, oh, something.
Oh shit.
But anyway, it came back on like about 10, 15 minutes later. But still, it was just funny. I imagine because there's probably people on our street because the whole street was out. And I think it said there was a couple towns like close by that, like small towns that were experiencing it too. So I'm sure there were some Steeler parties where people really got fucking pissed at the end of that game. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, that's just a funny little anecdote. I mean, I can imagine if that was Super Bowl Sunday, like, boop, power out.
Oh, yeah. That shit was flat.
But anyway, this was our best matchup. We've been pretty good at picking matchups of the week this week. I think we have. I'm pretty on about this.
I think we've hit on at least 5 of the 6, right?
It's been a good, they've been good. Even if they haven't been supremely great matchups, I think they've still been the matchups of the week.
Yeah.
So,
that's all that matters.
That's right.
We're picking what we got.
That's right. Let's slide down, take a quick look at the standings. The Bastards, Mr. D'Lo is running away with it. He's scoring well. Not cream of the crop, but still pretty good. Consistent. And even Lyle, even bringing up the rear, scoring a lot, but everybody's just pounding him into the dirt right now. And but it's a logjam of 3 and 3s. It's so many.
Look, we got to give the unlucky award to Cody too. I mean, I know that's tough for me to say, but because I truly think that I've got more bad luck than him. But you're the highest scorer in the league, and the highest, and the highest against.
Technically second, but whatever. Close enough. Highest points of the week. Yeah, right. I mean, that's what I say. That's why I think we're rating them still high, even though the record's not showing it right now.
Yeah.
We slide down to the Degenerates, who have all the better record teams, 5-1, 4-2 teams as well. And then a couple in 3 and 3-2 for yourself there. Still able to come back and get into it. This could be the start of something new and beautiful. I mean, it's good.
Look, I do like the next couple of weeks hold in store for me. I will say that, but I'm just pissed. Yeah. Kelly could have, if Kelly could have lost this week, if Mariah would have lost this week, I would have been in a much better position overall.
Yeah, but there's a long way to go. I mean, again, teams are just going to beat up. I mean, all these 3 and 3s are going to keep beating up on each other up here. So there's going to be, I don't know, who the hell knows what's going to come out of this in the end. And then, same, down here, you can easily, you look at your points for, it's not great, but it's within striking distance for everybody but Grant. So, I mean, you can easily fucking take down the rest of your goddamn division, too.
Well, and this is going to be a bad week for Grant with the bipocalypse. All of his Bills are out. All of his Cowboys are out. There's his top, 4 scorers are just gone. Here's a chance to catch up.
Fuck you, Grant. It's preview for tomorrow. Anyway, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves. We got to get back for a reason. They're going to see what bipocalypse is happening. But, yeah, I mean, bipocalypse, the buys are really just brutal this year, even though it's only 4 teams at a time still. But just the way they're clustered is killing specific teams. It took a hit this week, but that wasn't going to fucking matter anyway, I don't think. But anyway, but it's tight. It's a tight divisions or tight. All those 3 and 3 teams. There's still 8 weeks to go for everybody. It's a long way to go. Even the 5 and 1 teams. People coming for you. They're gunning for you. Anybody's beatable, I think, is the way is that. Even we say, Cody's scoring like fucking gangbusters, but he's 3 and 3 right now. So everybody's beatable. It can happen. Obviously, some teams are winning more. Good for them, but they can be beat, even if they haven't very much yet. Very good parity league, -1. So, anything's good at this point. and everybody's in it. I mean, the records don't mean shit. I'm very curious to see how it's going to turn out because I think everybody's going to wail on each other for the next 8 weeks as we get closer to Halloween. It's fun. Basketball starts tonight, which is great for anybody that's going to tune into that. For those of you lucky enough to play in a real fantasy basketball league, good for you. Doesn't work for everybody, but what are you going to do? Yeah, it's good. Go watch with basketball. There's hockey. Everybody take a break. Waivers tomorrow, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time still.
And Mike,
Yeah.
most important thing. Basketball, gimme the ball because I'm gonna
dunk it.
Slam.
We'll see everybody tomorrow.
Yes.